Alright, welcome back to Andrew's Garage, and I just got done finishing up the brake system and changing out the bolts through the firewall through both master cylinders to 5/16. Now, I'm going to start bleeding this system, but before I can start bleeding any lines, I have to bench bleed this brake master cylinder. So basically what that means is the fluid circulating out has to go right back into the reservoir per side. So, and what that's going to do is get rid of all the air pockets that are trapped in the brake master cylinder. So we want to make sure that we have all the fluid out of this before we start bleeding the lines, or if not, you'll never get your brakes bled. And also another thing, if you're new to doing brakes or anything like that, you always want to make sure that your bleeders on your calipers are on the top side. That is very important, because if you do not have them on the top side, you'll be fighting your brakes and wondering why you don't have brakes at all. And that is because the bleeders were on the wrong side, because these can unbolt, flip the other way, and then now your brake line mounts to the top and your bleeders on bottom, which is what you don't want. So as long as you got everything, all the bleeders on top, and you start bleeding, bench bleeding your master cylinder, you should be good. And also another thing is that I've experienced is I didn't have my linkage rod long enough for my throw of my pedal. So when I was pushing in my clutch, it was actually on this style Willwood that's on my Dodge, I didn't have enough clutch play. So it wasn't compressing far enough to fully send out enough fluid to disengage the clutch. And it took me a while to figure it out, because I thought I had air in it because it wasn't working properly. But it was actually just how much throw I had going to it. I just needed to lengthen the rod a little bit to give me more throw. So basically what I'm going to do now is go ahead and fill up these reservoirs, start bleeding these out, and you'll watch the bubbles come out of them as I'm bleeding. Alright, so I wanted to put this little clip out there just for somebody who might find this piece of information useful to them. I've run across it a couple times where people have asked me, hey, what's wrong with my brakes? And sometimes it doesn't always seem to be that obvious, but sometimes it is, and it is helpful. So it is important to have your bleeders on top, just for the air to have a place to escape. When they're upside down, they have nowhere to escape. So it's a little helpful piece of information for somebody maybe, and it's something that I'd like to post and put out there. So this is kind of a little bit of my extra videos that I have, and I should have attached it to the previous video, but I didn't. So basically this is going to roll right into me building the engine, and that's the next pieces of video footage I have, is the engine build. So I'm pretty excited, and I'm excited to build my first LS, and I'm excited for you guys to watch me do it. So stay tuned for next week's video, but for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.